Hello JBlists. I know it's been around a year since I've uploaded, but I'm finally back. Now, all of the following images and stock footage that you see right now on the screen can be found on Pixabay. So there's the credits. This video was created using Wondershare Filmora. There once was a family. They lived inside a generally nice house. They had enough to eat, they had enough to entertain themselves. Overall, just the normal family. Until one fateful night, when the daughter, named Samantha, left the house and went for a walk. It seemed like a normal walk at first, until it started to get dark, as it was around 5 p.m. when she left. She took some extra time to go to the nearby bakery store to buy some bread for her family, because she knew her mom was actually making sandwiches tomorrow and she thought she would go through the hassle for her. So, once she arrived back, she saw that all of her family were now missing. Not a single trace of her family members ever came to her as she walked through the empty building. She was very confused, frightened, and all around just scared, which I don't judge her. It would be a very scary situation to have everyone you love just disappear while you're gone. And her power was dead, so calling 911 was no help. The power had been dead due to a rainstorm for the past few days, and they hadn't gotten electricity since, so there was really just no point. She was helpless. She sat there on the floor, depressed of what happened, waiting for the person who took her family to take her now. But it never happened. She waited, and waited, and waited. But nothing happened. It's almost as if, she was special if she was cut out. Well, not quite. 'Cause then we would learn that she met a way worse fate than her family. A few days later, of no answers and no power, she passed the time by reading books and using the light from the windows to actually see, but when it got dark, she had no way to illuminate the house and was in complete darkness. A total sheet of pitch. Just straight pitch black. Until one night, she heard a clicking coming from the attic. She thought maybe a squirrel had just gotten in. She goes to investigate. She slowly makes her way up the ragged old stairs that once made the foundations of the second floor, but now are just being torn apart. And she looks through the attic door and sees a weird liquid substance dripping from the crevices from the entrance. She immediately runs downstairs to not even open the door in fear and distress. Which is a great idea, because that only saved her from imminent death for a little bit longer period, because then she heard a bunch of ragged thumps coming from the upstairs, the old floor wasting away at every gushing thud. The footsteps of the creature that has somehow gotten down from her attic are so loud that her ears start to hurt. You can hear the floor breaking above her as the creature makes her way down the stairs, and then she comes face to face with it. A long cryptid, covered in red substances, which she is hoping it's not the worst. The creature stares her down, doesn't move an inch. All you can hear is its breathing, and it's not pretty. She immediately runs. The creature springs after her, catching up to her in no time. She can feel a cold hand on her leg, and she trips over and falls down. Her immediate reaction was to scream for help, but it was no use. She was just too afraid, and then she heard the pain, and she smelt the pain, and she felt the pain. Then she blacks out, hearing the final roars that she'll ever hear, and seeing the final sight that she will ever see. She knew she had died, and she knew she would be seeing her family very soon. But how soon? Is she really dead? Is she just not conscious? Who knows? But we can just hope. But she wasn't. In fact, she was so far from fine. In fact, she's back with her family. In heaven.